about that. So let's have a chat, Connie. Come along and join me here.
Nice to see you again.
Yep, good to see you again.
Yeah.
So just remind me from that time, do you consider yourself to be a black country girl or a Birmingham girl? Or a bit of both?
I'd say half-half, because my mum and dad came from Wednesbury and my nan came from Tipton, and so all over the place, and now we live in Sutton Coldfield, so...
Oh, so you're
both.
on both sides and all
Yeah.
the rest of it. Actually, a little bird tells me that, is it you that you're a big Wolves supporter?
I've never really been to a match, I don't think. My uncle and my brother and my dad go a lot, nearly every week.
I tell you what, you're into netball now, aren't you, in a big way?
Yeah, I do netball a lot. I just joined a netball club.
And do you play for any teams, or...?
Yeah, I play for a team nearby us.
Oh, great. So you're doing all sorts of things,
Yeah,
aren't you?
all
Flying
sorts of
around the
stuff.
world doing shows
Yeah.
and going to school and playing sport. That's absolutely excellent. And may I say, very grounded as well, which is
thank you.
lovely to see, and a great credit
It's nice
to
to hear that.
you and
Thank
to your
you.
parents. Well, let's turn the clock back to
Yeah.
2007. And at that time, I mean, a very grounded family, as I said. And you had a special relationship, didn't you, with your granny, Violet?
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
Well, when she was poorly, obviously she couldn't go out anywhere, so we had a lot of time together at home, and we used to sing and watch Wizard of Oz, and we learnt all the songs, and we used to sing them over and over again, and that's where Over the Rainbow came from. And
Of course, yeah.
we used to sing every day, and she was a lovely singer, and I think she might have taught me to sing a little bit.
I was going to say, I mean, do you come from a musical family?
No, not at all, really. Just
No?
my nan used to sing around the house, and that was it. And
Your brother, your sister?
no, they don't sing at all or play any instruments.
So then we turned the clock on a little bit, and suddenly you go for an audition
Yeah.
for Britain's Got Talent now. How did that come about?
Well, it's a funny story, really. We were watching X Factor, and then the advert came on for Britain's Got Talent, the new programme, and it was Any Age, and I was like, wow, I've got to go on that. Like, I've always wanted to go on X Factor since I've been like really little, and hearing that it was Any Age, I was just like, oh my gosh, we have to put in a application. And Mum was just like, no, you're too young, like it's too much. And I really asked her to phone up the number, and she phoned it up, which I was like, she was like pretending to do it, and I was just like, come on, just ring them. And she wrote down the number and rang them, and we got an application form, and it was on the table, and Dad was just like, oh no, I can't believe you even got the application, what are you thinking? And Mum was just like, well, if she wants to do that, it makes her happy, then go for it. And we went, not thinking it would like be anything like this. It would turn out like this. It was just a day out, really, to see the judges.
So then you got through that
Yeah.
audition, and tell us what happened next. What do you remember about what happened next?
I only remember little bits, because it seems a long time ago from there. And yeah, I remember being so excited to get on the stage and sing in front of the judges, and I couldn't believe it had gone that far. Like, it was just a day out. We didn't expect any more to come from it, and yeah.
And then it did.
It did.
But now, you actually came second.
Yeah.
But the public, the British public, loved you. You were in all the newspapers. You were on the TV shows. You did morning breakfast shows, and lots of celebrity status coming your way at a very young age.
Yeah.
But then it went viral, which is amazing because, quite frankly, Simon Cowell did say that you were too young to be a recording artist.
Yeah, well...
But you proved him wrong, didn't you? Because you cracked the United States. All credit to you.
Well, you know what? I just had a great time, and I'm glad everything went the way it did, because I've had so many opportunities, and I've been so lucky to visit the places I've been and meet the people I've met, and it's just been crazy and amazing, like a great experience that I never thought I'd have.
So you've been on, let me get my facts right, you've been on the Oprah Winfrey Show before she retired.
Yeah.
Ellen, which is the big daytime chat show in the United States. And then you were in a 1 hour... You're the youngest artist to have their own 1 hour television special.
Yeah.
I mean, how did this affect you?
It didn't really affect me a lot. It was a dream that I was living, and it was amazing. Like, I never thought it would ever be like that, and I was just enjoying every minute of it.
And how did you cope with all the jet lag and the food when you went to China? Because China was very soon after you'd been on Britain's Got Talent. You were taken to China on big TV specials.
Yeah.
Did you ever think, oh gosh, I'd rather be at home?
No, I love singing, and I love meeting people and visiting places that I never thought I'd like visit. And I suppose at first it was hard to get used to the jet lag, but after a while you sort of get used to it. And the food is a bit different to Western food, I suppose. But
Okay.
I've become a little bit more adventurous.
Have you? All
Yeah.
right, that's good to hear. Well, tell you what, we'll take a pause now, and when we come back, we'll talk about school. Welcome back. We're talking to Connie Talbot from Sutton Coldfield, who's an international star, well known and loved in many parts of the world. And in fact, I'm going to give you some fast facts, Connie.
Okay.
You're in the Guinness Book of Records. Now, what are you in there for? What's the accolade?
One's for being a solo artist backed by a choir. That was in the Young Voices choir. It was 6,000 children.
Over 6,000
I think.
people were backing you. That's incredible. So
Yeah.
you're in the Guinness Book of Records.
Yeah.
You're the youngest artist to have had your own TV special, 1 hour TV special,
Yeah.
and that was in the United States.
Yeah, it was called Holiday Magic.
On PBS, which is a
Time
major
back.
coast-to-coast network. That's incredible. Well done on that.
Thanks.
You sang and did the opening for the G20 summit in
Yeah.
Seoul in South Korea in front of all the world leaders. Can you remember who they were or not?
I know they were very important people.
So you've got
I don't know names.
the President
really
of the
rubbish
United
with names.
States and the Prime Minister of Britain and Chancellor of Germany, and they all know you, Connie. So there we are. But the one I like is that I think it's amazing that you have had over 1 billion plays on YouTube. I mean, that's just... I mean, do you ever sort of pinch yourself and think about that?
Well, it's sort of sank in now, but before it was just like, wow, what? That's
I mean,
amazing.
What do your friends say about that?
They don't really treat me any different. Like, they're just the same. They just see me as Connie from school, which is good because you always need a little bit of normality in your life.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Well, that's excellent. And the last one, and this is one I really, really, really like, is that at some point, I don't know when it was, but at any one point, every 0.76 seconds, someone somewhere was just playing a YouTube video starring Connie Talbot. I just think it's incredible. Think of all the stars, the big names over the years who've not had that kind of hit
It's
rate.
amazing to think that. Like,
And I get to remember a moment about a year ago when I hadn't seen you since that filming in Wednesbury.
yeah.
And I was in Tesco's, scavenging through and trawling through the reduced counter.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden I hear Mike, and it was you and your mum. And I felt very embarrassed about it. I mean, I hasten to add you weren't looking in the reduced counter. But then we had a chat for a few minutes and you walked off.
Yeah.
And really, nobody came up to you and said anything. Oh, hi, Connie.
No.
Yeah, had that have been in a suburb of Shanghai or Seoul in Korea, you'd have probably had people chasing you for your autograph.
Yeah, it's strange, isn't it, to think like it's a total different culture, and it feels totally different when you're there. Like,
So
total
why do you
different
think
lifestyle.
it is that Britain kind of has this way of moving on quite quickly, but Asia especially, and certainly the middle part of the United States, really stays very loyal to an artist like you?
I think it really depends on the artist. Like, maybe Britain doesn't feel as much interested in like children singing as much as the Asian culture and American culture, and I think that's probably why it's total different, like cultures, and yeah, I think that's probably why Britain isn't so much interested in younger singers than Asia and America.
I mean, you go there and you have these huge audiences, like 600 million. I'm assuming, I mean, I haven't obviously been with you, but that you've got people queuing up for your autograph and all the rest of it, and you're in a completely different culture.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you're on the plane back to the UK.
Yeah.
But is it good to get home? I mean, after an incredible experience in Asia, is it good to be back in Birmingham, in St Coldfield?
Yeah, like after that, like amazing trip, it is good to be back home and have a bit of normality, and I think that's what keeps me grounded as well, because my family helped me as well, and everyone's just normal around me, which is good, because I wouldn't want people like serving around me, because that's not who I am, and I just want to be grounded.
Now, we did say that we'd talk about school, and how are you getting on at school? Tell us about that.
Good, yeah. I love school. I want to keep school up as well, because it's very important as well, the singing.
So you've said that everyone treats you very normally, you're just one of the chums at school, but in fact, when you first became a celebrity around the world, was it a bit awkward then? A bit like, you know, for example, I read that when Prince William went to university, they didn't quite know how to deal with it.
Well, I'm no Prince William, but I suppose at first everyone was like rooting for me when I was on the show, and it was quite an exciting time at school. And then it settled down, and I was normal anyway, but I'm just a normal student, and I fitted in with everyone, and my friends treat me the same, and it was great to just be a normal pupil.
And I get the feeling that you don't spend hours and hours and hours practicing and all the rest of it. You play your netball, as you said earlier, and you play all sorts of different sports, and you get involved. So it's really a very balanced life that you lead.
Yeah, definitely. It's not like pressured. It's definitely a balanced. Like I do different stuff as well, like drawing and netball and loads of stuff at school, as well as singing and playing instruments as well.
And you've been, I mean, and then of course you've got your trips to China. I know you still go to China a lot. You've been to many other countries around Europe and other parts of Asia, and including Germany, where you met somebody rather special, didn't you?
Yeah, Mr. George Clooney.
Oh, Mr. George Clooney. Did you get his autograph?
No, I got a photograph with him, and the photograph is me looking up, and Dad's just like, oh my gosh, it's George Clooney.
Connie, if it all came to an end for whatever reason, you chose another career, you went into medicine or the law, how would you think? Would you miss it, do you think?
I definitely miss it, yeah. Like, I miss it for a week if I don't do it. Like, at home I get really bored. Like, I'm just like, when are we doing the next thing? Yeah, I definitely miss it, but you never know. It might never work out, and yeah. But
what
you
next?
never know.
I mean, what are your plans?
What next? Hopefully, I'll be writing more of my own songs, and I think an album in Asia soon. So, full of my own songs. So it's exciting.
Thank you very much indeed,
Thank you.
Connie. It's been great.